Why hello there. Are you mildly infuriated by the time it takes to provision a couple of servers just so you can test an application or script? Is spinning up a couple of VMs in VirtualBox still not quite fast enough for you? Then welcome to Vagrant by Hashicorp. This bad boy can throw you up the machine with SSH access farther than you can say supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. Assuming you have already downloaded Vagrant from the website, the first step I want you to take is to make a new directory for this tutorial, and once made, cd into it. Once you're in the directory, I want you initialize the Vagrant workspace with the Bionic 64 box. You will do this by entering Vagrant init Hashicorp/Bionic 64. This will create a Vagrant file in the directory and also make this directory now serve as the root of the project.
NANI?
Gosh, that's a lot of words. Let's strip away all the comments and see what is actually happening here. Much better. At the start, the Vagrant file simply tells Vagrant to configure a VM with the box you specified at the start. You can of course change this, and a link to all boxes can be found below. Now just one machine isn't of much use to us right now. What we want is multiple machines that can communicate with one another, and that all have their own host names, as the default for Vagrant is, well, Vagrant. I will start by defining my first VM and giving it a subconfig to carry out. I have defined it as main, so from now on, any command I give the VM will be given to the name main. The second line stays the same as before as it defines the box type, however now it has become an indented subconfig. Next up is the machine's host name. I want to keep it simple, so I will name my machines the same as above. I want my VMs to be able to communicate with one another, so for that to happen I need to define a private network. So is done with the .network module followed by private network with a type of DHCP. You can assign statics, but for now we will use DHCP. Don't forget to add an end after this subconfig. I will now replicate this 2 more times to give us a total of 3 machines. Cool. Now the config is done, let's save and exit, then use the command Vagrant up to initialize the machines. This may take a while depending on how many you have configured. Boom, we are done. We now have 3 machines running and waiting for us. Let's access one and see what's going on. You access the machines via SSH using Vagrant SSH followed by the defined name, so to access my main VM I use Vagrant SSH main. Since for this tutorial we just want a couple of machines that can communicate, we will test that. When you log in to the Ubuntu box you are created with its IP, take note of it. Let's log out and log into the second box and check it has a different IP. It does. Great. A simple ping test will do for starters. Let's see if they can communicate. They can. Fantastic news. Let's just try one more thing. Let's create a simple file on the second machine, and send it to the first using SFTP. The default Vagrant SSH password is Vagrant, by the way guys. The file is sent. Let's log out and log back into the first machine. And here it is. Nice. Let's log out of the machine and tear it all down. You can wipe your environment by entering Vagrant destroy. You will then get confirmation messages for each machine. I hope this short tutorial was helpful and showed you how easy it is to spin up a development environment. Vagrant is a fantastic tool and I recommend checking out their site vagrantup.com for more information. If you liked the video, please give it a like and a share and subscribe to keep up to date. Peace.